In a world ruled by hunger, one boy's fight for survival is about to begin. Every second, a decision. Will he fight or surrender? As greed overwhelms, Timmy's grip on hope slips away. Struggling against the chaos, Timmy's resolve is tested like never before. At the breaking point, he gives in, but the pigs don't care. Defeated and alone, Timmy walks away, with nothing but emptiness ahead. Yet redemption is never out of reach. The Prodigal Son. Once upon a time, there was a father who had two sons. The older son, let's call him James, was the responsible one. He worked hard, obeyed his father, and took care of everything. The younger son, who we'll call Timmy, was a little different. Timmy wasn't so interested in farming or staying home. He had big dreams of adventure and excitement. He wasn't going to wait for his inheritance after his father passed away. He wanted it now. So one day, Timmy walked up to his father and said, "Hey, Dad, I've been thinking. You know, I'm not going to wait for you to die to get my share of the inheritance. How about you just give me my money now?" Now, I don't know about you, but if my child said that to me, I might just do a double take. But this father, being patient and loving, didn't argue. He gave Timmy his share of the inheritance and let him go. And off Timmy went, straight to the city. With money in his pockets, he was living his best life. Fancy clothes, great food, and a lot of new friends who seemed to like him only because he was buying drinks for everyone. Timmy thought, "This is it. This is the life I've always wanted." But as we all know, the high life doesn't last forever. Timmy soon found himself broke. No more money, no more friends, and no more fancy meals. To make things worse, a famine hit the land, and there was no food to be found. Timmy, desperate for anything, ended up working for a pig farmer. Now in those days, pigs were considered unclean animals, and working with them was not exactly a dream job. But Timmy was so hungry, he even started looking at the pigs' food. Seriously, he was that hungry. That's when it hit him. "What am I doing? I've got to go back home. My father's servants have better food than this. Maybe he'll take me back as a servant. At least I'll have food and shelter." Hold on, don't miss out. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button now and become part of something special. By subscribing, you're not just watching, you're joining an exclusive community where you get the first look at everything we have in store. We're waiting right here for you. Click subscribe, and let's make this journey unforgettable. Don't leave us hanging. We're excited to have you with us. Subscribe now. So Timmy set off on the long journey home, rehearsing his apology as he walked. "Father, I've sinned against heaven and against you. I'm not worthy to be called your son anymore, but please let me work as one of your hired servants." Now here's where the story gets wild. While Timmy was still a long way off, his father saw him from a distance. His father, who had been waiting, hoping, and praying for his son's return, didn't just wait for Timmy to reach him. No, he ran to him. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen a grown man running in a robe, but it's probably not the most graceful thing. But this father didn't care. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. Timmy, probably in shock, tried to say, "Father, I've sinned. I'm not worthy to be your son." But his father interrupted him. "Shh. Bring him the best robe. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Kill the fattened calf. We're going to have a feast. My son was lost and is found. He was dead, but now he's alive." The father wasn't interested in hearing Timmy's apology. He wasn't there to judge him or punish him. All he cared about was that his son had returned home. And that's what made this moment so powerful. Meanwhile, James, the older brother, was out in the fields working. When he heard the music and the dancing, he asked one of the servants what was going on. The servant replied, "Your brother has come home, and your father is celebrating because he has him back safe and sound." Now, James wasn't too happy about this. "What? I've been here working my tail off, doing everything right, and you never threw me a party. And now you're throwing a huge celebration for him?" The father, hearing his older son's frustration, came outside to speak to him. "My son, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad, because your brother was lost and is found. He was dead and is alive again. This story is more than just a tale about a rebellious son. It's a picture of God's love for us. Just like Timmy, we all stray at times, making mistakes, taking wrong turns, and living life our own way. But just like the father in the story, God is always waiting for us to return. He doesn't want to punish us for our mistakes. He wants to embrace us with open arms. And the older son? Well, sometimes we can feel like we've done everything right and still feel overlooked or unappreciated. But the father's response is clear. Everything he has is already available to us. We don't need to earn God's love or favor. It's already there for the taking. God is always ready to welcome us home with joy and celebration. We don't have to worry about how far we've gone or what we've done. All that matters is coming back. When you feel lost or unworthy, remember the prodigal son. There's always a way back to God. He's waiting with open arms, ready to celebrate your return. No judgment, just love. And the next time you're tempted to stray, remember, there's always a party waiting for you when you come back. If this story made you smile or gave you hope, hit that subscribe button. Let's spread the message of forgiveness, love, and second chances. And remember, no matter what, you're never too far gone to come back home.